All right, guys. Fula coming to you with another commentary. You know, believe it or not, because of the drianke commentary that I did yesterday, I have gotten an influx of hate mail, an influx of derogatory terms directed at me, and most of these terms are coming from millennial women. Okay, calling me a misogynist, calling me a pig, calling me a chauvinist, calling me a sexist, you know. And it's mostly come from Belegio women, and it's come from a few Denejo women, and it's also came from a few Americanized, Latin American, and in Asian women as well. I've had to delete quite a few comments. Since I enjoy making Belegio women mad and enjoy making Denejo women mad as well, I thought I would follow up with the drianke that I will, inshallah, be married to, and that will do her job that she was raised to do. But let's go into it. Okay, let's see. Now you would have to ask yourself, well, you know, what would women offer? Like, what would Western women offer you in terms of like satisfying your needs in the bedroom and just in general your overall psychological needs and your mental needs as well. Let's see what Drianke's offer versus Denejo and Belejo Western women. Let's go into it real quick.
We in our culture, we value much these. When your husband comes back, we in our culture, we value much these seduction accessories.
So, you know, when you look at like Belejo women and Denejo women, like their idea of like accessories is like, you know, vibrators and like, you know, dildos and things like that. It's not what I'm about to show you. And when you think about it, those being those accessories like vibrators and dildos, you begin to ask yourself, okay, what's the point of me then? You know what I mean? But let's continue. And it says, in our culture, we really value these seduction tools, which means it's in the culture. You know what I mean? This is not in Belejo or Denejo culture. You know what I mean?
When your husband comes back from work tired and angry, if in the room the woman is ingenious with these accessories, he regains his mind.
And, you know, it goes back to my point yesterday. Let's take my scenario. Say I come home, I had like 20 rounds of tough sparring, like 20 rounds of like doghouse sparring, like meaning like I was on the field. I'm kind of, I mean, we teach defense first in with my coach's boxing, but I'm tired. I'm in need of some relaxation. I know I won't get this from a Belejo or Denejo woman in the West for the simple fact that They weren't, as I said before, they weren't trained to do that. They were trained to give more problems when you arrive at the house. They were trained to nag you even more. You know what I mean? That's what they were trained to do. I mean, the crazy thing is, I've asked, like, some of my African friends, um, you know, who are married to Belejo or Denejo women from this country. I ask them, like, yo, like when you get to your house, does your like wife smile at you, or greet you in a warm, welcoming manner? And they mostly say no, just your typical peck on the cheek and just a dry ass hi. Like, okay, but let's continue. And the reason why I'm showing this is, not only due to the fact that I have family in Senegal, it's just really due to the fact that when you look at Guinea-Bissau, when you look at Cabo Verde, and when you look at Senegal, those are basically brother and sister countries. I mean, they have a history. For example, you have um, the fact that Amilcar Cabral, he set up bases in Senegal, set up schools in Senegal and stuff like that. So, there's always been this like kind of cohesion between us for the most part. But let's continue. Pretty clever. Weapons of mass seduction. That's pretty clever.
I'm happy about when it comes to these accessories. It's like the salt in our marriage. Women shouldn't ignore these accessories because men need spice in their relationship.
So, straight from the horse's mouth, you have to ask yourself, like, okay, well, you know, and this is what you see with Belejo and the natural women in the West. Like, when they're riding the carousel, that's when they give their best sex. Like, their best sex comes from when they're riding the carousel, when they're Chad chasing, when they're Pookie pursuing, when they're Ray Ray rushing. Like, that's where their best sex comes from. But once they get married, it's like starfish. It's like a damn starfish. It's weird. But I mean, as you see, he ain't going for that. The brother who says things need to be kept spicy, right? And so, unlike the West, right, where single women keep women single, right? You have, because marriage is such an important institution, you have women giving other women advice to keep their husbands, not giving advice for them to get rid of their husbands. You see the difference?
Sometimes we're like sheep because we reproduce and then
Well, some, of course, these feminists, I'm not going to lie, some of these feminists pop in, but, you look at her, and I'm sorry to say it, but she's unmarried, like, unfortunately, she took upon the Western woman mindset, and look at where it's gotten her. You know what I mean?
Carry the same message we received. Our mothers received it from the grandmother received it from her mother, and so on.
And so there was a wisdom behind those messages. You know what I mean? There was a wisdom for those messages being passed down. I guarantee you one thing: they still managed to stay married while she is unmarried. But let's go into something else, okay? Let's continue on with the drianke. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see here. Okay, here we go.
Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Aisha too, which is short for Aisha. And if this is your first time here, welcome, welcome, welcome. In this channel, I share everything from my African culture and tradition. So if this is something that interests you, please do not forget to give me a like, subscribe, show love. It's free. Please do not forget to subscribe and check out my other content. So in this video, like the title say, I'm going to be telling you guys 5 things that Senegalese women use to seduce their men. So if that's something that you want to find out, please stay tuned. First thing first, it's in Senegal we have a concept called jongue. Like a woman must be jongue. So jongue is like everything that fall into seduction and satisfying a man. And the word jongue itself is under the umbrella of seduction, pleasing a man, and all of that. And it's not only a man, because a man also can be jonge. It's not only, I mean, pleasing a man. A man could be also jonge, which is pleasing a woman, seducing.
So as you see, you know, it's not in contrary to what the Beledjos and the Denejos who hate on me say. It's not just like it, it's an equal opportunity thing. Like I have to make sure I'm on point when it comes to like pleasing my wife and stuff like that. I can't just a, be like a starfish myself. Like there's certain things I have to do. You know what I mean? As the sister says here in this video. Well, let's continue on.
So in Senegal, a lot of women, when you hear Senegal, Senegalese women, they are jonge. A real Senegalese girl, a real Senegalese woman is jonge. At first thing first, she eat jonge, jonge, jonge. Okay, so when I say jonge, I mean again, like knowing how to please a man, seducing him, doing the things he like, really knowing the person that you are with. So a Senegalese woman has proven she is with a man that she know what to do to please him. So being jonge can mean.
So ask yourself this question. Do you think that like Western women know like how to please a man? Like because when you look at it, when you look at the statistics and stuff like that and the divorce rates being so high, you have to ask yourself like, yo, like what's going on here? You know? Do you think a Western woman gets into a marriage to add to a man or to take from him? Ask yourself that question versus the jongue, the drianke, who gets into the marriage to add to that man.
He goes to work, and before he comes into the house, everything is done. So there's food on the table for him. You greet him as he walks into the room. You giving him all your attention, 100%. And like in general, just as humans, we love attention, whether we show it or not. But
I mean, like for me personally, the attention doesn't necessarily matter to me. That's why Like most people have only seen my face with a mask on. Many people haven't seen what I look like outside of the mask on this channel. So the attention doesn't matter. The acknowledgement is what matters. The acknowledgement, meaning I'm going out there every single day trying to make this bread, going out there every single day, making, doing these money plays, that I'm going out there every single time doing these things. That's what matters more to me, you know. And so that would make me feel happy, and by you, by my drianke cleaning the house, by her having food on the table when I get back, she's acknowledging my work, my work ethic. Because I'm gonna tell you, my work ethic is borderline unhealthy. You know what I mean? And so her acknowledging that by doing these things would make things smooth. But let's continue.
To have your significant other just show you that you are important the minute that you walk through the house rather than, sitting on the computer and be like, hey, husband, how are you? How was your day? Just Senegalese girl would get up, greet him at the door, and, take his clothes, help him take his clothes off, hold his bag, really welcoming him.
And as she should, as she should. There is nothing wrong with this at all. And like many Belejo women and Denejo women will call this type of woman, oh, she's a pick me. This is a pick me woman. You know what I mean? That's what they'll say. But you look at her and then you look at the ones saying that she's a pick me. Usually they're unmarried, single, and have girls' night out, hot girl summer, and are still riding the carousel. But let's continue on.
Back from work. So that's an example of being jongue again. Putting food on the table, sweet talking him. So Senegalese women are known for that.
And I attest to that too. I attest to that. It's crazy because even at the where I get my hair braided is with a few Senegalese ladies, and they'll make it known, hey, like you're important. You know what I mean? You're very important. We're gonna hook you up. You know what I mean? They'll make it known.
So that was the first one. So the second one that Senegalese women do to seduce their men all happen around nighttime. So the second thing they do, they like to wear waist beads. So I know a lot of you guys know what those are, but I'm going to be showing you. So this is a waist bead. So Senegalese women love wearing this waist bead.
Yeah, they do. They do. Listen, every Senegalese household that I have went to in the West, I kid you not, you will get catered to, okay? The food will be ready. Like usually some of my guy friends, their daughters are serving the food with their wives serving the food as well. And you don't see them like complaining. You don't see them like like doing this. You don't see them back talking. None of that. Okay? And you do see the waist beads. You know what I mean? You do see, I'm not gonna cap. yeah, you know, maybe having them on sometime.
Course, our Senegalese men love it. So we are known for wearing these. These are, part of bedroom candy. So in Senegal, we have in Dakar specifically, we have a market called Marché HLM. Oh my God, it's like everything that's bedroom candy is found in that specific market. I'm gonna try to see if I can insert some pictures of what I'm telling you guys. And yeah, so Senegalese women like to wear waist beads, and there's a lot of meaning to waist beads. Some people say that it kind of the longer you wear it, the longer you wear it, it kind of helps shape your waist, and men just love that. It's just
Um, the funny thing about that too is that I think waist beads can actually have an effect on like women's weight. Like for example, like if you have like waist beads, you know, no man is gonna want waist beads with a protruding like rolly stomach. You know what I mean? And so the waist beads can like actually, track your progress. If you are on a fitness journey too. If a woman's on a fitness journey.
like it seduces them that there's just more to just this body. There's bead showing and all of that. So Senegalese women, of course, jump on that wagon, and they love to do that because again, our men love it. So the third thing I'm going to be telling you guys that Senegalese women love is burning charcoal and putting these essence in it. I think I show you guys like in the beginning. I'll also insert it right here. So we would take charcoal, we will burn it, and then we'll put these essence in it. I would say it's a mixture of oil with like some natural. I would say it's leaves or something, and they would take it and burn it. So once you burn it, of course, the smoke will come and the house will smell really good. So not, I won't say like 100% of men, Senegalese men love this. Some of them don't, but it's just part of what a Senegal.
It sets the mood. I'm not gonna lie, like, burning the incense, like, and burning that type of incense, it sets the mood, you know. It's good.
Woman is known for. We like to burn this, and we call it in Senegal churai. It's called churai, and let me tell you guys, a real Senegalese man love his churai and his waist bead. Thing a Senegalese woman does is she know how to talk to her man. I know it falls also under the umbrella of being a jongue woman, but a Senegalese woman would go like, hey, like really loud with her friend and like family and entourage. And then when it comes to her man, her husband, it's more like, hey, honey, how you doing? And it's not, I wouldn't say that's only Senegalese men, but that's like, I would say a woman thing in general. It's
Not really. It's not a Western woman's thing. Like, and I hate to say it, but Vallejo women and Denejo women are, for the most part, loud, obnoxious, and don't know how to do this. You know, they don't know how. So I think it's like mostly with African women and for the non westernized Caribbean women as well.
like, if you, in Senegal, we are taught that if you, men or children, if you really want what you want from a man, you gotta know how to play play the act. I don't want to say play because you're not playing him. You're not playing him. You love him. But it's like you need to learn how to talk to a man. Like men are easy being, making sure that, you don't need to raise your voice to get your point across. That doesn't just, it doesn't only apply to a relationship, but just in life in general. Whether it's
But a Vallejo woman doesn't understand that. Like, because even when, like, I'm not gonna disclose their names, But even when I was dealing with some um, women in the past on this sector, do it had to do with a cult leader. They didn't know how to like not raise their voices. You know, I don't think Palejo or Denejo women know how to do that. That's the problem.
Work or wherever it is. When you want to get your point across, you do not have to scream. And Senegalese women, we like to sweet talk our husbands, and they love it. You gotta talk low to him, and he wants to feel like he's with a woman. He's not with you know another man in the house. Basically, that's what I'm trying to get at.
And guess what? This sister right here would be called a pick me by all of these Western Palejo and Denejo women. And I'm not about to describe what a Palejo or a Denejo is. It's black and white, literally, if you know what I mean. Okay. So, you know, this sister right here probably would get so much hate from Belejo and Denejo women. She would be called a pick me. She would be called a weak woman. She would be called a doormat. She would be called all of that. I'm telling you, this is what would happen to her. But shout outs to her, you know. Shout outs to her for this. But she's already, usually a woman is not gonna tell you like the right thing about the man, but she's hitting the points. She said a man wants to feel like he's with a woman, not another man. A Pelagial woman will tell you otherwise, that women that men like strong women and shit like that.
So, and Senegalese women know how to do that. Like I said again, they are very, very jongue. And the last thing and most important thing that Senegalese women do is cook. Oh my goodness, they know how to cook. I wouldn't say the whole.
Facts. As a matter of fact, I was enjoying that African Cup of Nations game today with the Senegalese comrade of mine and his woman made Chepujin. Now ask yourself this. Would a Belejo or Denejo woman know how to make things like this? Who was brought up and raised in the West? And whose parents told her everything that this Western society has to offer? Let me know.
Population of Senegalese women know how to cook, but a good majority of them do know how to cook, including me. Yeah, including me. They know how to cook, and Senegalese women are known for dressing very, very well. Again, like I was back to the first point, he gets up from work, he's walking in the house. You're clean. Like a Senegalese woman is super clean. She dresses very well. She have the food on the table. I mean, what is there for the man not to love about that? I mean, just think about it. So again, the last point, Senegalese women, they love, love, love dressing. I'm going to be posting pictures of different Senegalese women so you guys can go ahead and judge. So this is the five things that I wanted to bring today, telling you guys how Senegalese women, seduces their men. I'm gonna create a series of telling you more about the Senegalese culture, and I hope you do like this video. Please, again, do not forget to give me a like, do subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
So,
Smile big.
so
That's the effort.
as you see, um, this is why I will not settle with a Belejo, a Western Belejo, or Denejo woman, or a Western woman in general, because I know and I've experienced what else is out there. So let's see if I can find these pictures real quick. Let's see. Let me see real quick. Okay. So you see, imagine coming home to this. You know what I mean? This is what most niggas like myself like. I'm not going to tell you which one I am, but we had this was a while back when we had a Tapitel Pulaku event in Italy. Okay. You see the men folks here dressed in traditional wear, right? You see the women who are driankes and who possess jongue, as she was saying. You see them here? Yeah. Not the only other women who probably have jongue who haven't been influenced by the West are in certain parts of the Caribbean, in Latin America, who have still maintained their distinctive African characteristics. But other than that, any Western minded woman is not going to agree with what that sister said. But anyhow, man, that's all I got for now. Leave your thoughts and leave your comments. Uh, you know, it's drianke, it's jongue. It's not Belejo or Denejo from the West. Fula signing out. Njaram.